As the Dallas Cowboys near the draft, the list of players that will visit the Star in Frisco, Texas will begin to come together. A new name can be added to the list in the form of Missouri wide receiver Emanuel Hall. According to Bobby Belt, Hall is slated to be one of the Dallas Cowboys visitors from their allotted 30 national visits. I'm told Missouri WR Emanuel Hall is one of Dallas' top 30 invites as well. Athletic freak who blew up the combine. Over 20 yards per reception over his 4-year career with the Tigers. Hall enters the draft after an electric career at the University of Missouri that saw him average more than 20 yards per reception on 97 career receptions in his 4 seasons with the Tigers. As junior in 2017, Hall averaged 24.8 yards per reception on 33 his receptions. In 2018, he had 37 receptions for 828 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 22.8 yards per reception. He's an electric athlete that combines size and speed to win down the field. At nearly 6'2" and 201 pounds, he ran a 4.39 40-yard dash. Among wide receivers, he was in the 99th percentile for broad jump and 98th percentile for vertical jump. His wingspan put him in the 85th percentile at his position group. So for those of you, and me, that like Marquise Brown that are hoping for a speed element for the Dallas Cowboys at pick 58, Hall might be the cheaper option. With more size, with Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, and Randall Cobb expected to be the starters in 11 personnel, the Dallas Cowboys could use a player with Hall's speed element. Tavon Austin has speed, but he lacks size to make contested catches down the field. Cooper has size, but isn't really known for his athleticism as much as he's known for his route running and speed. As a player, Emanuel Hall reminds me of former Dallas Cowboys receiver Bryce Butler, but in a good way. Butler had the ability to get downfield with his speed and the size and athleticism to make contested catches. The difference being Butler never had the production to go with his athletic ability. Even in college, the Cowboys like receivers with Hall's size and speed. If there's one thing missing from the Dallas Cowboys passing offense, it's a player that can threaten the defense vertically like Hall can. The fact that he's coming to visit the Star means that the Dallas Cowboys are very interested in adding his ability to their team. Each of us should be clamoring for this downfield weapon as well. With all of the attention paid to Amari Cooper and Ezekiel Elliott, there will be opportunities galore to hit teams for big plays over the top. The Cowboys need to pull the trigger on this athletic and speedy wideout. AP photo, David Zalabowski. Despite signing veteran safety George Aloka last week, the Cowboys will still be going safety hunting during the 2019 NFL Draft. Dallas now has 3 legit starting options on their safety depth chart in Aloka, Jeff Heath, and Xavier Woods. But outside of Woods, these safeties each tend to be better in smaller doses. If the Cowboys want to deploy more 3 safety looks on defense, or even just want to find a better long-term starter than Aloka or Heath, they'll likely be able to find this player at 58th overall. But what type of safety should the Cowboys be looking for? Should they target a center fielder that can shoulder the free safety load, in turn giving Woods less snaps at safety and more at slot cornerback? Or should they go after more of a strong safety, making Woods the full-time center fielder, and playing this new draftee in the box? Let's examine. First, think about the current status of the Cowboys' secondary. In theory, they could go without drafting any defensive backs this year and start with the group they currently have for 2019. This would be a solid group, and one you'd expect to be improved from last year. After 2019, however, Byron Jones, George Aloka, and Anthony Brown would all be free agents. Jordan Lewis and Chidobe Awuzie will always be entering the final year of the deal. Sure, 4 of those 5 names are cornerbacks, but their status has an impact on how the Cowboys look at their safety depth as well. Brown and Lewis each played primarily in the slot last season, a place where Xavier Woods also gained experience during his rookie year. Regardless of what the Cowboys do regarding Woods' future at free safety, they will likely be looking to find a slot cornerback within the next 2 off-seasons. That guy could be on their roster already, if they re-sign Anthony Brown or Jordan Lewis, or it could be someone in this year's draft class. If Brown or Lewis are in their future plans, then Xavier Woods will likely be staying at safety through the 2019 season and beyond. And considering he's the best and youngest safety of the Cowboys' current crop, they have to ask themselves which type of safety would best complement his abilities. The answer: a run-stopping box safety who can cover tight ends and offer versatility around the line of scrimmage. Ironically, a player with the skill set of someone like recent Washington Redskins signee Landon Collins would help take this defense to the next level. They missed out on Collins, though, due to his wild price tag, and now must hunt in the draft to find that type of player. Is it Mississippi State's Jonathan Abram? Well, while the draft media seems to love him as high as the first round, I have reservations about just how high his ceiling actually is. Abram's tackling isn't very consistent, and his coverage abilities leave much to be desired. Yes, he is a thumper, but that will only get you so far in today's NFL. To me, the perfect fit for this safety spot opposite Xavier Woods looks to be Washington's Taylor Rapp. Rapp is a sure tackler who can cover tight ends, and will be excellent in the box for a team with a need like the Cowboys have. He may not have the deep safety range teams often look for when drafting a safety in the first 2 rounds, but Rapp and Woods would complement each other very well. Regardless of what happens with Robert Quinn, the Dallas Cowboys should still be in the market for an edge defender in the 2019 NFL Draft. Like quarterback and left tackle, pass rushers are held at a premium in the NFL for a reason. They are hard to come by and expensive to keep, as we all know. There's a lot of unknowns surrounding the future of the Dallas Cowboys defensive end position. Tyrone Crawford is entering the last year of his contract, Dorance Armstrong is pretty much an unknown, and no one knows what to make of Randy Gregory's future. Then there's this whole contract situation with DeMarcus Lawrence. I think you would agree there's a lot of uncertainty at the D position. Keeping all of that in mind, it certainly makes sense the Dallas Cowboys could be in play to draft one of the edge defenders with their first selection in the 2nd round of the 2019 NFL Draft. That's why today I decided to share with you my top 10 rankings in the hopes that one of them will slide right into the lap of the Cowboys at 58. Here's my top 10 edge rankings: Nick Bosa, Ohio State Brian Burns, Florida State Josh Allen, Kentucky Clelin Ferrell, Clemson Montez Sweat, Mississippi State Chase Winovich, Michigan Ja'Kai Polite, Florida Christian Miller, Alabama Ben Banogu, TCU LJ Collier, TCU. You may or may not have noticed, but Rashawn Gary and Charles Omenihu didn't make the cut for my top 10 edge defenders. That's because I project them as defensive tackles in the NFL, although they could play a hybrid DT role similar to what Tyrone Crawford plays with the Dallas Cowboys. You of course may disagree, but that's my takeaway after watching their film. Now that we've settled why some of the names may have been omitted in my top 10 edge rankings, we can get back to which of these prospects could slide to the Dallas Cowboys when they are on the clock in the 2nd round with the 58th overall selection. I think we can all agree that the top 5 will all be drafted well before the Cowboys have a chance at them. But, starting with Chase Winovich, I think each one of the next 5 could slide it all the way to 58 with a little luck. Of the next group of 5, Winovich is probably the safest pick of the bunch. He is someone the Cowboys could plug and play as a rookie and pretty much know exactly what they're going to get. Because of that though, he's also the most likely to be gone before Dallas has a chance at him. Ja'Kai Polite unfortunately completely bombed at the NFL Combine, which is why he could still be in play for the Cowboys. He doesn't exactly fit the criteria, size, length, Dallas typically looks for in their day, but his talent is undeniable. He falls into that category of risk-reward, much like Randy Gregory in 2015. If you've read any of my previous work, you know that I'm a big fan of Christian Miller. He is one of my pet cats in this year's draft class and would be a great fit with the Cowboys. Unlike Polite, he fits Dallas type to a T. The only concern with him is his injury history, but I'd be ecstatic if he's the selection at 58. That brings us to the two TCU edge defenders. A lot of people have LJ Collier ahead of Ben Banogu, but I personally like the latter better. Regardless of how I have them ranked though, either one of them would be a good fit with the Cowboys. Fortunately, Dallas should know all about them since they played right down the road in college. Which of these edge defenders would you like to see the Dallas Cowboys? Name. 1 Thornhill position, safety school, Virginia Conference, ACC class, senior jersey, no. 21 recruitment rating, 3-star HT, 6 feet 1 inch WT, 195 DOB, NA tackles, defend, fumbles, year school CONF class, POS G solo S tide loss SKNT yards AVG TD PDFR yards TDFF 2015 Virginia ACC FRS 222020.00.00002016 Virginia ACC SOS 11301545 3.01.0332 10.70701 * 2017 Virginia ACC Junior S 1247 1663 4.50.54441.001200 * 2018 Virginia ACC Senior S 13623698.50.06141 23.50700 Career Virginia 14167 12.01.5 13177 13.60 2601 Highlights. Welcome to Highlight Creator. If you love college football and basketball, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Want to watch more highlights? Gotcha covered. https://www.youtube.com/watch?v = 7fx3 ssbcg5m. Pros. 1 Thornhill possesses an intriguing skill set that should get him on the field early as a rookie. He projects best as a free safety in the NFL, but his background as a cornerback could cause teams to give him a look there as well. He is capable of starting at either position, which should only add to his value. Thornhill shows good range on film and seems to always be in the hip pocket of receivers on vertical shots down the field. Does well in coverage underneath as well. Gets into position to take away lanes. At his best in zone coverage. Has really good instincts and understanding of route concepts. Has the mentality that he's the one being targeted on throws and outfights the receiver for the ball. Possesses good athleticism to make open field tackles. Takes good angles in pursuit and is well balanced when arriving at the ball carrier. Has some pop through his pads but is more of a cut-down tackler. Can quickly close the distance and will drive through a runner's legs to finish. Will fight through contact in the box and shows a good stout anchor at the top of route stems. 1 Thornhill has good, but not elite range and his lack of burst could limit the system he plays in. Because of this he might not be suited to play the single high, deep safety position on a team that plays a lot of cover 1. This could make him more of a scheme-reliant free safety in the NFL. Shows a little tightness through his hips. This makes him a little slow when opening up and transitioning to deep throws. His ball-hawking mentality can sometimes get him in trouble. Needs to show a better understanding of when that is acceptable, because he can hang himself out to dry sometimes. Can be fooled with play action and bait routes. Needs to show more discipline. Inconsistent as a tackler. Has a tendency to drop his head and go to low when trying to make a tackle. Needs to improve his aiming point and technique. Needs to also improve attacking blocks near the line of scrimmage. Doesn't necessarily have a slight frame, but could stand to add some more strength, muscle. It could help him when working in the box. Cowboys fit. 1 Thornhill's skill set and versatility to fill several roles in the Dallas Cowboys secondary could be too intriguing to pass up, especially if you add in his ball-hawking ability. In Chris Richards' defense, he could probably start at either safety or cornerback as a rookie. He has the desired height, length, and athleticism Richard desires in his defensive backs, and has played both positions during his time at Virginia. He could continue to do so with the Cowboys. As a pure safety prospect, he would pair nicely with Xavier Woods, giving Dallas two athletic and rangy safeties on the back end of their defense. He can play deep or in the slot against mismatched tight ends. He's solid around the line of scrimmage as well, but needs to clean up his attack point as a tackler in order to become more consistent. No matter how you slice it though, he's an upgrade over Jeff Heath. For the Cowboys to secure his services, they would likely have to take him 58 overall with their second-round draft pick.